Even Lost Lakes. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Wow. I think I finally fell asleep last night at some point, but everybody turned in at a reasonable hour, and there was a campsite at the end of the lake that had all the stuff set up, but apparently those campers were gone, but they came back. And they were loud, playing loud music, obviously intoxicated, but they didn't last long. They stayed up for about an hour, and then they were fast asleep. So, got about 18 miles ahead of us. Whew, heading uphill. But if I hurry up, it looks like it opens up and it's gonna be a great view. Wow. That's why I like to get up early. Rushed getting up that hill thinking, oh man, I get a perfect view of that sunrise, and looking over Lost Lakes, because I guess all these lakes back here are part of that. Anyway, not so lucky, although I did find this pretty easy cut through. Looks like other people have had the same idea. Oh yeah, sun's just coming up. Wow. Beautiful. Wow. This area is absolutely beautiful. From up here, I could see back there lots of like Jeep roads, SUV type roads to back country areas like this. It's absolutely stunning, and kind of neat that people can access it as long as they're good stewards of it, because this is amazing. I mean, long distance backpacking isn't for everyone, and the fact that you can get into these areas and enjoy them is what our country is about, in my opinion. The outdoor living, getting their kids out here, especially when they're younger. You don't have all the time in the world because you work a job. Get away for the weekend or a couple days during the summer break. Sure looks like rain clouds. It actually did rain last night. Briefly. Didn't last long. Appears we're still climbing. Just whenever I think, oh, we're about to top this out. Nope. Still gonna climb. Goes across there. You'll see it right in there. Finally back on kind of some solid ground. Oh, it went across that, and it's just like scree and loose and very narrow, and straight down for, I don't know, thousands of feet. Beautiful morning. Beautiful. Talked to one of my Facebook friends, or actually he commented, because of this area, he left Tennessee and moved out here. Okay, I'm not a fan of California politics, but to have this outdoor space to do, you know, recreation and stuff is amazing. Won't be moving to California anytime soon, but I could seriously see myself coming back here to visit and explore, because it's pretty incredible. Been out here for 30 days now, and other than yesterday or last night, this is the first time it's rained. Oh wow, this terrain. I got like 6 miles of downhill today, from up there. Almost looks like the surface of pictures I've seen of what they say is Mars. Anyway, not going to get into that. And of course you got the beauty. But this trail has been nice since it got off the scree and steep side of that mountain. And it's just real gradual through here. It's been very nice. I like it. Easy on the knees. Beautiful this morning. Beauty, beauty. Almost to something called Steep Traverse. I don't like steep traverses. This is the Steep Traverse, and if it had snow on it, it'd probably be sketchy. But from here, it doesn't look horrible. We'll see. But that's it, right there in the middle, right there. Getting a little closer now. Really doesn't look as intimidating as I expect. I'm at the beginning of what would be the Steep Traverse. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'll show you the view first. You can kind of see the trail over there. The view down into the valley. And here is what we're looking at for the traverse. Now it made it across. Alright. This kind of looks like a avalanche area. There's a lot of debris and stuff. See the tops of those trees over there are all broken off. And more debris down that way. And things are kind of laid over. It's a mess right here. If you look closely, you can actually see the PCT like around there, across there, and then coming down through there. And then it was switched back up this side, almost to the top. Finally made it over top of that big steep climb. Took forever, and always get new views all the way around. It's a little after 1. I've had like 18 planned. The more I do today and tomorrow, as long as the terrain looks okay and my knees feel good, the less I'll have to do the day going into Sonora Pass. I got some information from a hiker, well, actually 2 that were hiking together. One went into Kennedy Meadows North. The other went into Walker. And the one that went into town had air conditioning, nice hotel, grocery store, could go get, sandwiches or whatever she wanted. And then the North Kennedy Meadows hiker, I think they must have stayed in a bunk or something, but no air conditioning. It's one restaurant, so you kind of eat what's on the menu. Plus you had to pay for laundry and some other things. And the Kennedy Meadows person actually ended up spending more money than the person that went into town. And she said she even had a pool, and they did her laundry, or let her use the laundry facilities right there at the hotel. So I am in debate as to what I want to do, because I actually want to see oh my goodness, look at that. I actually want to see Kennedy Meadows North, but I'd kind of like to have a bed with a hotel, I'm so sorry. I am so tired. I'd like to have a hotel with air conditioning, comfy bed. I don't care so much about the pool necessarily, but having a grocery store that you can pick and choose and not just have to go buy whatever resupplies at North Kennedy Meadows. So, still got a couple days to make up my mind, figure out what I want to do. These rocks look very similar to the ones we saw in Agua Dulce, from the lift of the San Andreas Fault at Vasquez Rocks. Appears to be a lot of iron ore in it. Perhaps it could be volcanic, I'm not sure. It's kind of cool. It's like purple, pink, yellow. Different rock, I guess. It's a good spot to see the snow melt creeks. Right in there. You can see it coming straight off the mountain. Made it to the top of this little unnamed pass, and there it is again. Those gray skies. Hopefully I can get down and stay kind of off the ridges today. Don't want to repeat it yesterday. The thunder's getting more frequent. The air doesn't smell as electrified as it did yesterday when we were up on those passes. So, and I know this is supposed to keep going down a little bit, but it's going to go back up. So I'm going to have to choose a campsite wisely. I've got a couple in store. I just wanted to try to at least get 18 today, maybe a little more, just so that I won't have to do so much getting into Sonora Pass, because I definitely want to be there in 4 days. So anyway, alright, we'll see what happens. As you can hear, it's just constant thunder now. I have to stop here in just a minute and see what campsites coming up, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to end up going back up to 10,000 feet, and there's more danger of it being exposed up there. Got the Pennsylvania Creek. Really no options there at all. I'm on the other side climbing, but it's wooded, and I think what I'm going to try to do, because it is starting to rain, is go up as far as I can in the woods. If it becomes exposed, I'll just try to figure something out. Hunker down. Hopefully this will pass. We'll see. Alright, I'm still kind of in tree line, but I'm right here at the precipice. Like, I can see the pass from here. Question is, what's on the other side? Right over there is the pass. That's where the trail's going. I'm in the coverage of this tree. The rain's coming over in bands, and I just saw some hail. Small hail, pea size. I gotta find somewhere to duck in and out of this. Oh boy. What a mess. I managed to find a semi-flat spot to quickly put up my tent, because it's pouring and hailing, just a little pea-sized hail, but well, everything's a mess now. I do have my rain gear on and stuff, but I'm hoping this storm will move on and I can get up and over this little pass and down the other side. I think I have 3 miles left to finish my day, so and then this is going to be a mess to pack up and clean up. But anyway, this is hiking. Sometimes this happens. I am soaked. My tent's soaked. I know I've got a couple pinholes in my bag from abrasion. I'm just hoping it'll be okay. I'm reaching the top of the pass, and new is mud under my feet. So, extra careful. You never know what the pass is going to look like. I was trying to look at the topography, and it showed like no trees or anything, and chances are it's gonna kind of be in a barren area for a little bit, because it goes back up, and I think I see where. But the main thing is the storm's lifting, it's moving on, and that's what I was most worried about. So, alright, let's do this 3.8. That's one thing I do need to pay attention to. It's for flash floods when stuff like this happens. Mountains don't get very much rain, and then when they do, I can't hold it. The trail feels weird being muddy. Different ball game out here. Couple more miles to camp. Yeah, this will test you. We're getting ready to drop down. This will be Raymond's Meadow. Some blue sky over there. Still pressing behind us. A little bit of rain. Birds are beginning to sing. Still got the thunder. End of a miserable day. End of the day recap from the tent again. But this time because it's sprinkling out again and I'm cold. Tent is 75% dried out. What a day. I think I did like 19 miles today. And it wasn't too bad. Saw a beautiful sunrise this morning, leaving Lost Lakes. Had some climbing to do, but also some nice descent. Probably about 5 miles. So, as the day wore on, it started clouding up more and more. So, kind of knew what was in store after yesterday. And I knew I kind of had a pass of some sort. It's not indicated as a pass, but after Pennsylvania Creek, and I needed to get up and over it. Everything else was really exposed and stuff, so as soon as I got there, it started getting really rainy, and I could tell it was going to be bad, but it was thundering. I mean, just constant thunder, 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 and I got where I could see the pass, and it started hailing, and I was just like, I don't know what's over the pass, I don't know what the terrain's like, I don't know how exposed it is, so I decided to just spread out my mat that I use for breaks and stuff, and sit on it, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and I was getting soaked. So I set up my tent in a futile effort to try to stay out of the weather. Of course, the tent by then got soaked as well, and the longer I sat there, the more I started to shiver, and fortunately enough, the weather broke. The thunder started moving on down, and the hail stopped, so I saw that as my opportunity to pack up a very wet tent. Now it felt like it weighed 10 pounds, and head for the pass. It was still raining a little bit. Got up over the pass and started down. Met several people that got caught in it also. It was kind of weird because it was all mud. You know, I've been out here for a month now, and haven't had to deal with the wet surface. But anyway, I still wanted to shoot for the 3.8 more miles to make it 19, and Fortunately, I was able to do it. It was miserable. Got here to camp, got my tent set up right away so it could start drying out. And the floor is still wet. I've created kind of a island with my sleeping pad and just trying to keep my quilt and everything up. I was going to try to wait till it was all the way dry. I kind of chamoised it out and stuff, but it's it's kind of chilly out now, so it's not drying very fast. The sun's not out, and then it started sprinkling again. So I just quickly got my mat blew up and got everything set in here. Ate a very, very quick dinner while it was still sprinkling, and I had things kind of hung up, but it's gonna sprinkle. They're not gonna dry. But anyway, kind of a miserable end to the day. It was beautiful at Lost Pond. Got to see a beautiful sunrise this morning, but we'll take off again in the morning, see how many miles we can get in. I talked to a northbound hiker, and they saw a prediction of the same type of weather tomorrow afternoon. So if I see it coming in and I'm going towards a pass or something, or if I have an opportunity to set my tent up before, I'm going to do that, because it was miserable getting here in wet clothes and trying to make camp. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I will see you guys in the morning.